Every few weeks, we see a new AI headline that makes it sound like the whole business world just got replaced overnight. This time, the claim is something like Claude just became a fully functional consulting engine, or even worse, RIP Deloitte or McKinsey. Now, let me say this clearly, that is hype, but buried inside the hype is a real lesson that every business owner, leader, consultant, recruiter, and professional needs to understand. The lesson is not that AI replaces consultants. The lesson is this: AI gets dramatically better when you stop using random prompts and start giving it a repeatable operating system. That is the shift. Because most people are still using AI like a search box. They open ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Copilot and ask one question: write this email, summarize this document, give me a strategy, create a plan. And sometimes the answer is decent, sometimes it is generic, and sometimes it sounds impressive, but is not actually useful. The problem is not always the AI, the problem is the way we are using it. If you give AI a vague request, you usually get a vague answer. But when you give AI structure, context, examples, decision criteria, source material, constraints, and a way to check the work, the output changes. That is where the real value is. Don't just phone it in, use your judgment and critical thinking skills. Now, the post I saw was talking about Claude skills and how you can use these reusable workflows to make Claude act more like a strategic consultant. And honestly, the core idea is solid because the skills listed are basically consulting workflows: problem framing, market and competitive analysis, strategic choices, execution planning, risk and value governance, executive communication, a repeatable operating system that mirrors how good consultants actually work. They do not just answer questions, they diagnose the problem, they gather context, they analyze the situation, they clarify options, they pressure test trade-offs, they communicate recommendations, then they help turn strategy into execution. That is a real workflow. So yes, if you build those steps into AI, the AI will perform better. But here is the part the hype leaves out. Downloading a set of skills does not magically turn Claude into McKinsey, and it does not turn you into a strategy expert, because AI still needs real business context. It needs clean data. It needs accurate source material. It needs industry knowledge. It needs client-specific constraints. It needs to understand the politics of the room. It needs legal, financial, and operational review. And most importantly, it needs judgment from the person using it. That is the part people keep trying to skip. AI can help you think, but it cannot care about the consequences for you. AI can help you create options, but it cannot own the decision. AI can help you move faster, but speed without judgment just helps you make bad decisions faster. So the real question is not, can AI replace consultants? The better question is, can AI help structured thinkers produce better work faster? And the answer is absolutely yes, but only if you build the right operating system around it. This is why I keep talking about what I call the AI context machine, because the future of AI is not just better prompting, it is better context, it is reusable workflows, it is templates, it is examples, it is source documents, it is decision criteria, it is checklists, it is review steps, it is memory, it is custom instructions, it is projects, it is the difference between asking AI a random question and giving AI a repeatable way to help you do real work. And think about it like this: a one-off prompt is like walking into a meeting and saying, tell me what to do. An AI operating system is like walking into that same meeting with the business goal, the audience, the constraints, the data, the risks, the decision options, the success criteria, and the format you need the answer in. Those are not the same thing, and they will not produce the same quality of work. That is why so many people are disappointed with AI. They are expecting expert level results from beginner level inputs. They are asking AI to perform like a senior advisor while giving it the context of a stranger. That is not how this works. The people and businesses getting the most out of AI are not just collecting prompts, they are building systems around how work actually gets done. For example, if you are using AI for strategy, Do not just ask, what should our strategy be? Instead, build a workflow. Step 1, define the actual problem. Step 2, identify the stakeholders and constraints. Step 3, gather the relevant data. Step 4, generate options. Step 5, compare trade-offs. Step 6, identify risks. Step 7, create the execution plan. And step 8, decide how success will be measured. Step 9, prepare the executive summary. That is a much better use of AI because now the model is not guessing, it is following a process. And that is the practical takeaway. AI is not magic. AI is leverage, but leverage only helps if you know where to apply it. So when you see posts saying things like RIP consultants or this tool replaces an entire firm, be careful. That kind of headline gets attention, but it can also make people misunderstand what AI is actually good at. AI does not replace the need for expertise. It amplifies the person who has structure, context, and judgment. That is the real advantage. So here is what I would recommend. Stop collecting random prompts. Start building reusable AI workflows. Take the work you do repeatedly and turn it into a simple operating system. What context does the AI need? What steps should it follow? What examples should it learn from? What decision criteria matter? What risks should it check? What does a good final answer look like? And how will you validate the output before you use it? That is how you move from casual AI use to serious AI impact, because the future does not belong to the person with the longest prompt. It belongs to the person who understands the work well enough to build a system around it. So no, Claude did not kill McKinsey. ChatGPT did not replace your leadership team. And Copilot is not going to magically fix a broken process. But AI can absolutely help you work smarter, think clearer, and execute faster. If you give it the right operating system, that is the shift. Better AI use is not about asking better random questions. It is about building better repeatable systems. And that is where the real impact is. Until next time, keep learning with purpose.